I always give this analogy that the mind is not the right tool to process emotions, that it's like trying to use hands for walking. Like maybe if you're skilled, you can take a few steps if you're an acrobat, but hands are not for walking. Or, it's like trying to pound a nail with a screwdriver. Like maybe somehow you would, but it's not the right tool. So the mind is not the right tool to deal with our emotions.
If you don't know me yet, I'm Robin Thomas, founder of Living Well Connections, a healthy living community that supports, educates, and empowers us all to make healthy decisions toward a more balanced and fulfilling life. I have a background in medical research, and I love exploring the interplay of our physical, mental, and spiritual selves. Ania Fields helps people release unprocessed emotions, quiet their inner saboteurs, and reconnect with the wisdom and guidance of their inner voice. Combining energy calibrations with positive intelligence tools, she guides clients toward greater clarity, peace, and joy. Ania, I am so happy to have you join the podcast today. I've been looking forward to this. You and I have been doing a little bit of work together, a little bit of work on me, but let's talk about what's going on here. You are good at helping us release our emotions that are connected to challenging situations. I think. Am I right in saying that?
Like release or clear or shift or calibrate them. Yes, this is my work. Not only, but big part of it.
Big part of it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the one big part. Can you walk us through, say, you can use me as your client if you wish. Just walk us through of how you begin with them.
So how this works is that whenever we have a subject in life that makes us feel any kind of negative emotion, most people don't know how to approach it in like the most easy and transformational way. And we're used to either suppress these emotions or distract ourselves from it, or sometimes, if somebody is like very much mind person, they will analyze it, like I shouldn't feel it, and like try to think about the emotion. And in my practice, I noticed that, and also for myself, that the more we think about them, they stay. And the more we distract ourselves and try to like feel better changing the topic, if it's a very long or like subject that has momentum in our life, it's difficult to just shift and find a better feeling thought. And a very easy way to actually get to these new perspectives and new angles of seeing the problem is to just allow ourselves to feel the sensation of this emotion, whatever it is. It could be fear, could be anger, could be frustration, could be guilt. Just where is this feeling in my body? Because whenever something is triggering us on the outside, it's never about this situation or this person. It's always like something pointing us back within, that there's some part of us that needs attention and healing or clearing. And when we stay with the sensation and allow ourselves to fully see it, acknowledge it, feel it, and be with it through completion, it's just like it's lifted. And when you look back at the problem that was causing this emotion, suddenly you have like at least neutral energy towards it, or like completely different perspectives, or like it like, it feels like sometimes they are flooded. Like, oh my gosh, like this is not how I was looking at it. And we were looking at it in a very tunnel vision way, because this energy of emotion was somewhere, I don't know exactly like where they are stuck, like how does it look, but it's some energy of this unprocessed emotion is stuck in our field, in our system, in our body. And I help people like in the most gentle, easy way to process it. And when we allow ourselves to really sit with it with no judgment about how this feels or how this looks, without any thinking about it, then it's like 2 minutes and the sensation is gone and you feel completely different. It sometimes feels like magic for people, but like this is what in my world processing emotions is. Does this make sense?
That makes sense. That makes sense. And I am very analytical, and I think I was overthinking things.
Yeah. And this is because the mind knows that we're feeling these emotions, and the mind wants to help us feel better, but the mind can only think. The mind doesn't know anything about processing emotions. And sometimes people think about the problem for days, weeks, decades through the mind, trying to find better solutions, better perspectives. And it just, I always give this analogy that the mind is not the right tool to process emotions, that it's like trying to use hands for walking. Like maybe if you're skilled, you can take a few steps if you're an acrobat, but hands are not for walking. Or, it's like trying to pound a nail with a screwdriver. Like maybe somehow you would, but it's not the right tool. So the mind, it's not the right tool to deal with our emotions. So thinking more will take you away from actually releasing.
It might even fixate you even more on.
Yeah, you'll be stuck in this energy because
yeah. And I, this is what your approach is really a true holistic approach. It's
I like to think about it. Yeah, it's like yes, because then the next part that happens when you process this emotion, you can really hear this aspect of us. I call it inner voice or inner sage, or inner being or soul or true essence of us. There is many words that people use to describe this part, and you can hear the wisdom, and you can hear the guidance, and you can hear the answers that your mind was thinking and couldn't find solutions. Like the solutions come from within, from this inner voice, but the inner voice connection is blocked if you have these energies and these emotions that are still unprocessed.
Okay, yeah, you have to go through that process, and you have to go through that de-escalating the emotions, or what is it, releasing,
clearing,
letting,
letting,
clearing the emotion. Yeah, I've seen that with I've seen that in myself, and I've seen that with other people, and and sometimes you can distract yourself, but that's not really a final help. Just distract yourself.
And distracting works, like if you don't have space to do it in the moment, like distracting is also helpful, right? But it won't be transformational. The problem will still be buzzing somewhere in the back drawer of your mind, like it's not going to help on that specific problem when you distract yourself. But it's a good solution, like temporarily,
Yes.
Like how I see it's like with it, like these, like it's always some kind of triggers. So these triggers, it's like, don't look at trigger that this is bad and I need to change that trigger. No, it's like this trigger is pointing to something within. Like look within, heal that, clear that, like embrace and surrender to that, see it fully, and then think that was triggering you will stop triggering you. So it's like finding peace and safety and unconditional love within without the need to change anything on the outside. And the more you change within, the more you clear this heaviness, these energies from within, the world will then reflect differently, back to you. Like the world will start changing, and it feels like magic, but it's not. It's just energies.
The world that it is interacting with you.
Yeah. It's like suddenly people that were, these irritating humans, suddenly they change and they show like a different aspect of themselves, because you don't have these judgments or opinions about them, because they are released.
I understand that. I also, one of the things I've told people that has worked for me, especially when you said the word irritating people, that brought to mind. I have a different mentor who has said, if someone is really irritating you, send them love. Send them forgiveness, but forgiveness, sometimes forgiveness has an object you have to do, something. Okay, if I forgive you, that means you need to become different purposely. But just sending them love and forgiveness, just without them even knowing it.
Totally. However, this might be challenging if you feel inside irritated about this person. Like, how do you get to forgiveness and sending love if this person is a bugger that irritates you and frustrates you and whatever, right? So it's like, that's like skipping one step in, like, just first feel this irritation, but irritation without a story about this person. Just feel a sensation of this irritation in your system. Like when you allow yourself to close your eyes and like, where is this irritation in my body? There will be somewhere a sensation that will feel dense or tense or heavy or hard. And just stay with that physical sensation with no judgment and not on the story about the person. So it's like disconnecting from
just
the
on
story.
The particular what's going on in your own.
So just leave the story behind and focus on the sensation of this emotion of irritation. And when it clears and you look at this person again, you'll see a different image. Like something will shift in your opinion about them. If not beautiful unconditional love, then at least total neutrality. Like, okay, they do what they do and it's okay. It doesn't have to affect me.
Is this part of a meditative practice?
No, it's not. I mean, it could be, but it's people often try to put my work into like, okay, is it meditation? Is it therapy? Is it hypnosis? It's like, no.
It's good to know, because I know people will be thinking these questions in their head. Wonder.
It's like the way I guide. It's like I don't even tell. It's not a guided meditation. It's like you guide yourself. I'm just here holding space, and it's like, how does this irritation look? And then you see whatever you see, and it's different for every person. And the main thing is to not like to disattach from the story, and go into the body and physical sensations and just stay with it unconditionally.
Perfect. That's great. That explains it. Yes. You also talk about recognizing the saboteur voice in your mind.
Yes.
Yes. Let's talk a little bit about the saboteur voice, because I think everybody has these.
Everybody has them. Yeah, it's like those are universal. And And there's a lot of voices in our heads. And not every voice deserves our trust. And these saboteurs, this is part of positive intelligence framework that I'm also using in my work. And the understanding is that there are these voices that, and it could be just mind voices. So not inner voices, but mind voices. But these mind voices can play different roles, and every person will have a different top saboteur. Oh, actually, every person has the top one, the primary saboteur for all of us is the judge. Everybody has the judge, and the judge starts all the problems in our heads by judging. The judge will judge circumstances, the judge cannot judge ourselves, the judge can judge other people and has opinions about them. And then there is this 9 accomplice saboteurs that might chime in, and there is a commotion in your head and you feel bad. So
I love your terminology, the accomplice.
It's a PQ. PQ is positive intelligence. So it's a PQ terminology, accomplice saboteurs. And it's not even important to identify which one. I share this assessment with my clients. They can take an assessment and the results will tell them who is the loudest in their head. And it could be a victim saboteur or a hyper-rational saboteur or a pleaser saboteur or a stickler or an avoider. There's 9 of these accomplices. And the main thing is that whenever we hear this voice that's either critical or fearful or judging or somehow wants to control or somehow needs to change something so that you feel better, that's like a clear sign that this is a saboteur voice. And there's the whole like understanding that they come from childhood, that they helped us survive childhood. So, but then they took over, and now as adults, we have these autopilot patterns that run us, and we are even sometimes aware of them, and we don't know how to shift, how to stop. So in my work, I help people recognize these voices, have a discernment, and then also have tools and strategy how to shift from this saboteur, opinionated, judgmental, fearful, angry voice into your inner sage, your inner voice that's always unconditionally loving, that one is always eternally peaceful and infinitely wise.
And you are infinitely wise.
I have everybody has saboteurs.
No, I was saying that I was just thinking, just thinking about myself and different people I know, and I think everybody needs to go through this process.
Oh, I imagine the world.
We have the world to go through this process.
Oh my gosh, like I imagine the world that people are aware what's going on in their heads, and they are not just jumping on these wagons, trains of thoughts that just, and it's like, okay, everybody knows how to shift. Everybody knows how to get back and energize this sage, this, divine part of us. Because most people want to change the outside. Like, this has to change for me to feel good. And it's just completely reverse how, things work.
They want, someone, for me to feel better, someone else has to do something different.
Yeah. And it could be a family member or a colleague or a politician. And it's like, we have no control. Like, just let go and, tune into your inner voice, and you'll see all these people differently.
I love this. Yes. Absolutely. So now I'm looking at some of our notes. And so in using this in like everyday life, so I really think that this could be a practice that we just as you go through the day and you find something that takes you aback
Oh,
or
it's like, yeah, not
just
once, not twice. It's like tens or hundreds times a day. Because these saboteurs, these mind voices,
uh-huh.
they are our autopilot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And they will always find something that's not perfect. So the work is about those tiny little steps, just like catching it. Like when you and sometimes it might be easier to notice that you are in a feeling an unpleasant emotion versus be aware what you are thinking. So those emotions might be a perfect guidance to like, okay, if I'm feeling this way, it means, what am I thinking now? It means that the thoughts are not my inner voice thoughts, they are saboteur thoughts. And
Oh,
and
yeah.
then how do you shift is like this, the easiest way to shift. It's part of PQ again. There is this practice called PQ reps. And you know how when we want to build our physical muscles, we go to gym or we work out at home and we do reps with weights, some strengthening exercise. And PQ reps it's a practice that helps you build those mental muscles that energize. It's actually completely different part of the brain that gets energized, because these saboteurs live in like this limbic lower brain. This gets activated, and I think it's even visible on some like MRI imaging that the scans that I think it's called functional MRI, that this part is activated when you're in the saboteur mode. To shift into this inner sage, inner voice, on your own, the easiest way is to focus on a physical sensation in your body for 10 seconds. And it could be 10 seconds of breath. It could be 10 seconds of rubbing your fingertips and with so much attention that you can feel the ridges, the lines on your fingertips. It could be wiggling your 10 toes and just guiding your awareness into feeling every toe, like just 10 seconds, 100% on a physical sensation. It could be listening to sounds, like what's the farthest sound that I can hear? And you'll notice that when you do it, ideally for more than 10 seconds, but 10 seconds is one PQ rep, but you could do it for, a few minutes. The mind gets calmer, like always. So not more thinking, but into the body.
Into the body.
Into the body, yeah.
And things get a lot more clear, yeah.
Yes, and sometimes, yeah. And sometimes when you're really charged up, then this may not help. Then going and sitting with the emotion as a sensation is it's something difficult to explain. It's kind of like trying to explain surfing on Zoom. Like the best way is to actually experience it in practice and get the hang of it. But it works.
Do you have information or a guide, or do you help people learn to get into this regular practice?
This is what my work is about.
That's your work is about, yeah.
So when somebody works with me, they go through this PQ program, which teaches them how to discern these voices, how to build those mental muscles, and then calibration work that helps them like deeply connect with inner voice and receive guidance from themselves for themselves. It's like I don't share my wisdom with my clients. Like guide them into their own, and everybody
You're a
has.
guide. Yeah. Yeah. No, I love
I'm
that.
a happiness guide. This is the title that I gave
What a
myself.
great name. The happiness guide.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, this has just been delightful. You brought some happiness into my life too. Thank you so much. What is the very best way for people to reach out to you?
I have a website.
Mhm.
It's www.intoalignmentcoaching.com.
Okay.
And I'm also on Instagram, on social media.
Okay.
Ania
Well, what I'll do is I'll make sure the link to your website and then the social media links that you've given me are in the show notes.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in talking to Ania or reaching out to Ania, go to the show notes.
Absolutely. And then the gift that I share with the world, if somebody is interested, is this saboteur assessment. Like if somebody reaches out to me, just, if you want to understand more what's going on inside your own head, it's a free assessment that
That's great.
gives a lot of...
Can I put the link to that? Can you send me a link to
No,
that?
somebody would have to... No, somebody would have to reach out to me, and then I can send them the link because it goes into their email. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. Lovely.
Okay. Lovely. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you so much. It's been a delight.
Have a beautiful rest of your day.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me at my Over 40 and Fabulous podcast. If this podcast has been helpful for you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with those in your life who need to hear this empowering message. And don't forget to download my free gift, 5 Ways to Get Started with Healthy Habits Without Getting Overwhelmed. This free guide leads you through 5 small steps that will allow you to ease into healthy habits until they become a natural part of your life. It's wonderful if you're just not quite sure how to get started. To get this helpful guide, go to robinthomas.biz/community support, and I will put it in the show notes too. Drop in your email and it will arrive straight to your inbox. Bye for now, and I'll see you next episode.